Hey there, one of the questions that came up in our recent webinar on how to be at your best when working virtually, particularly with all the changes going on right now, was how do you deal with the volume of emails? One of the questions, I'd say there's two things come up straight away within the first couple of weeks of people working from home and much more virtually. One was balancing family, particularly when you've got young children that you're trying to organise with their education as well as just family time, plus working with the spouse maybe working from home as well. So that's one of the big changes that people are struggling with in many cases. But the second one is the volume of emails. I've had many people talk about how many more emails they're dealing with and do we have any strategies for that. So here I want to share some things with you that have come up as like best practices. I won't call them best practices, they're more ideas that people have shared with me and that make sense to me given what I know about ID as well. So the first is that if you start your day dealing with emails, you'll expand to spend, almost whatever time you've got available. But if you block down and say, I've only got 30 minutes to deal with my emails or 1 hour or whatever it might be at a certain block in the day, and you've got a reason to get out of that as well, something that keeps you accountable to that time, you'll get everything done in that time. So what I would recommend is at the start of your day, scan your emails on your mobile phone, because you can't really look at them all. It's not so easy to get into the detail and the attachments and so on. You tend to look at the subject line and the first couple of lines of an email, and you get a good sense of what's there. So you can see of all the emails you might have received, what are the maybe 2, 3, 4 or whatever that are really urgent that you need to deal with, and deal with those. The others can be dealt with in that block of time. So that way you're aware of what's happened overnight or through whenever you last looked at your email, but then you just deal with those that are really compelling and urgent right then, and you can get to the others later whenever you've allocated the time. So emails now take some real personal discipline and accountability. So they're the first two rules I would say. Scan the emails first thing or at other intervals during the day, but stay disciplined and accountable to only working on emails for that short period of time you allocate in the day. The second thing I would recommend is take some time to set up rules for your emails. So the rules would be, for example, if you're only copied on an email, that goes out of your inbox to another box somewhere. So you don't feel that you've got that to deal with. So you only really react to the emails that you are personally addressed, for those emails. The second thing is you might have other rules that you can say, well, rules from certain people in your network, whether they be superiors or key stakeholders, they stay in your inbox, but maybe emails from other people, even if you're the person who's in the to column, they go to a different box. So the rules help you actually organize the emails before you even get to see them, basically. And so what arrives in your inbox that you end up spending time on in that hour or whatever you allocate are the emails that are really requiring your support. You've already dealt with the ones that were urgent, and then you sit there and you deal with the ones that were, that really require your attention. So I think really they're the key strategies I would recommend to zoom through your emails faster than what you might have been challenged to do previously. If you have any other ideas of things that you find working for you, please share them, because this type of experience is what's going to help others also, use some of the best practices that make a difference for them too. Take care. Bye.